It's the same story around Newburgh, New York, a little rain-snow mixture. So right in through here, this is where we're watching for some snowfall from here on west. Allentown, some snow. Scranton reporting some moderate snow during the last hour, but some heavy downpours on Long Island and continuing on through the Connecticut shoreline with some strong winds as well as significant downpours of rain. As you can see, the temperatures just hovering near the freezing mark. Albany's at 33 degrees right now, and they were still reporting a little bit of light snow there, but again, nothing too substantial. 41 in Boston, 44 with the lighter rains now in New York. It's eased up, but another batch of heavy rain is coming your way, and still heavy rains, and 38 reported at Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We look once again, flash flood watches the area of dark green. The I-95 corridor is going to be generally soaking wet for your trips there. Long Island Expressway, very, very soggy, some big puddles. Watch out in the low-lying areas, as well as the Jersey Turnpike, very wet. And then as you work into the interior, once again, higher up in the elevations, portions of I-91 may have a little snow and slush on it, as well as around the bridges and overpasses of I-87 as well. How much snow do we expect? Well, generally speaking, 1 to 3 inch coverage, but again, in a swath right here, again, running from the Poconos to the Catskills and back up into the Berkshires, that lighter shade or darker shade of pink, 3 to 6 inches of snow not out of the question. We have had some reports in some of the higher terrain of about 4 inches of snow so far on the ground, and still more to come. Winds, another factor with this low as it cranks up off the coast. We're talking gale force winds here. Gale warnings out from Sandy Hook all the way north to the Merrimack River, and then in Long Island Sound now, coastal flood warnings are posted. We've had reports of some wind gusts up to around 52 miles per hour off Atlantic City, but they were west winds at 52, gusting to 52. That's blowing offshore, but still some strong winds there, going to pile up some water, plus the water that's coming down, and we could have some coastal flood problems once again across the region. So here again is a look at the satellite picture, seeing that low pressure system continue to crank up. It'll be heading off towards the northeast fairly rapidly today, so conditions ought to improve later in the day. But for now, this rush hour is a real headache up and down the northeast quarter. So that's the latest on our storm system here. Elsewhere across the country, we've got some weather occurring, and we'll be taking a look at that, plus your forecast for your Happy Hanukkah Friday coming up after this timeout.
Wasatch Range in Utah, seeing some snowfall right now, as well as the central Rockies of Colorado. Otherwise, rain coming down. That jet stream still flowing in from the Pacific, bringing wet weather to California on up into Washington and Oregon. There's those snows we've been talking about in the Adirondacks, the Catskills, and the Poconos, and the rain along the northeastern quarter of cities, New York City, Hartford, New Haven, Connecticut. Boston's going to be seeing some rain in just a short time. Fog in the southeast as high pressure dominates. You can see much of this not touching the ground, although this is Virga, the false echo.